is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times, I always seem to find the light in your eyes.
So this week, instead of being out here, where I'm usually sitting, then I will stay indoor. So we will be in here, and I will have better sound because this time I'll be wearing a micropod, so I apologize for the bad sound when I was filming out in the nature over here actually. So yeah, I hope you bear over with me this time. And next week I will be filming from Tokyo. I will be back home because I'm going back to my family and my beloved partner, and I'm looking so much forward to it. Before my next knee operation here in Denmark, I will be Christmas hugging someone that I love more than anything. So yeah, let's start with the weekly report for your sign. Remember, you can always go to my channel and watch the guided meditation if you want to find your way into your silent self, where all the answers lie. Now it's time for your sign and your week. Hi there, Taurus, and welcome to your modern shaman, Maria and RainbowLand, here with the weekly heartful intuitive astrological forecast for the week that starts at the 19th and ends at the 26th of November 2018. Welcome. Sorry. We're having an interesting week this week with the sun on Thursday entering into your 8th house of Sagittarius. So a lot going on here in the section where you have shared relationships, where you share stuff like with your bank or also and with your close relationships in general. Someone, a business partner, or other things. And since we're actually having a full moon, which is the moon opposite of the sun, we will also, in Gemini, we will also see that this full moon is squaring over there to Mars in Pisces. So between your house and placement of shared resources and deep transformation and just shared stuff in general, and then your house of relationships and friendships, there can be a little bit of a tension. The thing is that the Neptune is also squaring to the stuff going on over here, where we have Mercury retrograding in your 8th house. So it might be some friend of yours. I mean, it has something to do with commitments, like in this sector. So someone some business project or someone you are really committed to might be in conflict with a friendship where someone, Neptune, is giving you some blurry kind of information that you don't necessarily, where you're like, what? The information isn't accurate, perhaps. Let's wait, let me just finish this. Because of Neptune's blurriness, so it is all about that you really go hard-headed into stuff and decipher and scrutinize things before you act when it comes to the business part, so that you get all the details clear. Also with Mercury retrograde, in our communication things can go wrong, but especially with the square, of course Mercury will give you clarity about some things, some transformation maybe you had in your life on a deep level, that you suddenly now realize some things. And you have to know that anything that transforms in Scorpio or in the 8th house on a deep level, life will not take away from you, or maybe something you really worked hard for that didn't succeed. Life is giving you the right assignments, and sometimes what our ego wants is not really what's best for us on a deeper level. So we have to trust that the people that we may have lost in our lives were meant to be lost, and then see the beauty of what you're getting. Some freedom perhaps, or some clarity, or the opportunity to meet someone new, or commit again with someone new. While I'm shuffling the astrology, first I'll draw an astrology card, and then the tarot card of the week for the Taurus. We will also have Saturn there in good aspect to Mars between your 11th and your 9th house. That's a very nice aspect for you guys. And let me just put on my glasses. That's in the second half. That's oh, they're quite blurry. That's in your second house. I mean, that's in your second part of the week. You will definitely have the chance to collaborate well with someone. So at the same time as there can be blurriness in a relationship, there can also be a gift of someone really giving you a good information that you need with the Saturn aspect. And but it is about balancing long-term money, this full moon in Gemini, and long-term money and here and now your what do you call it? Your everyday finances. There can come some kind of unexpected payment up you have to pay. Let's see, card of the week for the Taurus. But if you're too idealistic, you can be surprised. Card of the week for the Taurus. It's actually the Mars card. So that is interesting, because the Mars is in your 11th house, something to do with your friend, someone in your social sphere. That's maybe the good aspect, or the good aspect to Saturn. It could be some good advice you're getting this week, something that you should listen to. Just make sure it's not the Neptune part. There'll be two things this week, but I think if you use your intuition, you'll be able to hear or see the difference. Taurus, tarot card of the week. Here we go. Yes, something you've worked upon. This is, you can see here, the 8th of Pentacles. This is that you have to work upon something, and you're having some work that you need to do. And it could be also about your everyday life, but also your everyday money that I talked about with the full moon, balancing your everyday money and your long-term resources. Having to work with this, and it even says 8, right? So it's all about this, also this shared thing you have shared with your bank or your partner, someone you share your resources with, where you have to deal with someone this week. Something concerning money, perhaps, or your work. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. I will go into section 2 of the program, where I will be drone filming out here. And next week I'm going to Tokyo. Well, and that's actually this week. So when you're watching this, I will be in the arms of my loved one. Finally, after 3 months in Denmark without seeing him. See you in section 2. I hope you could hear things well this week, since we were having a microphone port, so the professional sound this week. Welcome to part 2 of the show. I'm sorry for a little bit of a noise here from the car. It's because I'm traveling to Tokyo, so I have to do this on the road, some of it at least. So, well, I just want to mention before we go into section 2, where we will have some interesting things to talk about that will be beneficial for you as a light worker and on your journey through developing yourself towards a higher vibration. 5D, from 3D to 5D. Neptune is stopping this week to go forward. Neptune is in Pisces. This has a lot to do with us and our spiritual soul. So depending on where this falls in your chart, it's about the dreams we have, and how we in this area have been held ourselves back to clean up, so that we can move forward in a completely new spiritual realm. Half a year is a lot. And for me, it's been my creative projects that has had an operation, like going to the surgery room to be operated at the hospital for half a year to see what is the next step for me as a light worker. So regardless of what it's been for you, if you've done your light work with yourself, because essentially doing light works is actually the primary part of the light work is actually the light work that you do with yourself. And if you've done that, you will now feel that there's something in one, or perhaps more than one, area of your life which is now being set free to blossom, free to flourish in an even more beautiful way than before, in a new light. With Neptune, the results may not go as fast in actually manifesting in the three-dimensional physical material world, but you will feel the changes inside already now. Little by little, everything will go just as it was planned before man had a watch on their arm to decide time was there to limit us in certain ways. But I say let it burn so it can rise. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. And the work you do for yourself, as I said, you do automatically for the earth. And the earth is calling everyone who wants to clean up and take us all to another evolutionary step forward by balancing the spiritual and the material world. Ego has such an immense pull upon our consciousness and awareness. On a daily basis, ego doesn't allow that our consciousness expands. That is why we feel the resistance in our ego-based culture with the so-called alternative things. They call all of these light worker methods that we use on a spiritual level to tools to raise our consciousness. They are really natural, but the ego doesn't allow our expansiveness to grow, or our consciousness to grow and expand, of course. We work, for example, with meditation to remove ourselves from the power of the ego and control of the ego over us. The ego is a tool, only a tool that we take when we need it, but it takes control of the wheel. But the ego is very clever, quote unquote, because in meditation, both happiness and sorrows can act as distractions. Let them be where they are, the happiness and sorrows, while you meditate, and move beyond them. Move beyond the ego. The ego can take both faces. The reason why we have the depression and the whole down feeling in the lives of many light workers is because it's time to see how bad it really is, so that we can motivate ourselves to do something about it. As a child and a young teenager, I was a captain of my team, a handball team, because my role even today is to motivate people to see their best potential and teamwork with others to lift us. What is your role? What is your role? The main role will always be the work that you do on yourself. The authenticity and how you dare to show it in your life and be honest about it. Be heartful when you speak, not out of hatred
or anything brutal or negative. We're reaching a critical mass point now when the truth is coming out. You need to do some cord cutting so that the whole earth can move a step up. Emotions and words have a life. That's why our prayers have a life too. It's the law of attraction. So watch what you say. You attract things you don't want by staying in a certain word modes and speaking modes. You're calling on these words vibrations, the law of attraction. If you fear, you only attract what you don't want. Don't have to go into details, but stay away from fear. Don't immense fear. It's fear that creates the access to all that you don't want in your life to come your way. Whenever you get close to reacting and the domino effect hit you, you get a grip, breathe deeply, and you respond. You don't react. And how you get a grip? Well, see it from a higher perspective. The moment you get stuck in your emotions, you lose your touch with your higher self. Be aware, raise awareness when this happens. You're feeding dark energy with reactionary behavior. You are easily controlled by darkness and ignorance when you are feeding this side with lower emotions. Be non-reactionary is the trick. Again, the answer is don't follow trends, follow your heart. I know that it takes a lot of practice to be able to do, but try to speak with people with the 5D presence. Or you can also call it just heightened awareness, meditation state, godly presence. You can call it whatever you want, but try to speak with people in that presence. You will help them move up as well. That is the light work we can do. All of us can do. It's hard, but it's damn worth it. React instead of responding and catch yourself quickly. All light workers are unpacking everything prior to this moment, also from past lives, talents, skills, and all the negative, more heavy stuff, of course, because it's now we need to use our capacities unaffected. So you have been walking away from painful situations because these are the times to upgrade and don't stay stuck in meaningless relationships, meaningless fights that are draining you and others' energy. We need that energy for better purposes. With Venus in retrograde, it's been our old lives dying out now, old jobs, old relationships. Surrender it all to God is the task here. It's just so important to remember that exactly this Venus retrograde is completely unique in this period of time, not like the earlier ones. We've reached a whole nother level, a lot of us, in our relationships. Think 8, 16, 28 years back and feel, where were you? Where are you now? Or just back to 2012 and the latest 6 years, how much have you been moving, growing during this time? All that cannot rise with you now, going into 5D, is now being cleared and cleaned out. We have to start creating in a new way with 5D energies. Or stay in 3D, as I said last week. It's your choice, basically. You can deny your higher self, your oversoul, but this always has fatal consequences for us. I remember I didn't want to leave a boyfriend that turned out to hold me down spiritually, and the consequences of me here, yeah, they were awful. Ignoring these inner voices. Energy drops came to me, negative lowness, so I left him. These times has been so rough on many light workers. Don't worry, it's time to start over new. Just like I am now, I'm going back to my twin flame, seeing him next week. Oh my God, after 3 months separated, cleaning, purging in each our parts of the universe, the globe, the earth, Japan and Denmark. What have you been doing? And also helping others in each our parts. All of us have had to do these light work things. We are all at ground zero, packing out what we have in our latent light bodies, what we can pack out and actually use now, being as light as possible. Therefore, we are dropping off pain and hurt relationship and career-wise, etc. It may seem like it's all going slow, but it's not. It's coming like boom, now, slam, kaboom, it's here. Be as much as you can, being in spiritual contemplation, connecting with your higher self, embodying what you came here for. You're coming back into balance. When you're back into balance, you're manifested. Jupiter energy is helping us manifest these new things to ground our new lives. 2019 will not be like 18, so don't be scared of the new energies. They are leading you to something better, even though it feels rough. Let the love reflect in yourself and your closest relationships. Let the love shine, not the lower energies. Let the innocent child that wants care, North Node in Cancer, that wants love, that wants protection, kiss, embrace it. Kiss the ones you love, embrace them, hug them, kill it with kindness. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Now I will share this video where I'm just showing myself vulnerable. If we show ourselves and our vulnerability, we also help consciousness grow, because that comes from an open heart. Thank you.
Lying close to you, feeling your heart beating, and I'm wondering what you dream. I'm wondering if it's me you're seeing, and I kiss your eyes. Thank God we're together. I just wanna stay with you in this moment forever, forever and ever. And I don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss this. Even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss this. There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up, try again. One day you will break through. What you long for will find you. Through all the hard times, I always seem to find the light in your eyes. We fought through.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.